Good question. Let's talk about one of my favorite examples of why I hate anime power scalers. Very common power scaling argument. Character X can blow up one star, character Y can blow up a bigger star, therefore character Y is more powerful than character X. Because the only tenet of power scaling is if number is bigger is better. But in actuality, it would be easier to blow up a bigger star. Bigger stars tend to be more unstable. They also tend to be later in their life cycle. And stars aren't a single solid chunk of matter that you just have to introduce force into and blow it up. They are an ongoing complex fusion reaction, and the way that you would blow up a star is by disrupting that reaction with energy. Like, remember, stars are mostly made of gas and plasma. If you introduced a huge amount of force to a star without disrupting its reaction, you'd just punch right through it. Goku would fire a Kamehameha and it would just enter the star from one end and exit the star from another end. And you don't end up making it blow up by introducing more force. So that means that if an anime character blew up a star, what they're doing is disrupting the fusion cycle. And that's making the star go supercritical on its own, which you can theoretically do by introducing force in the right way. And I'm willing to hand wave away all the particulars. Let's just assume that anime characters are really good physicists and know exactly how to disrupt the fusion cycle with energy beams. But again, it would be easier to disrupt that cycle in bigger stars. So, blowing up a bigger star does not mean that you are necessarily a stronger anime character. And the general assumption that, say, Death Battle uses, that stars are just star-sized planets and need that amount of force to blow up, is a completely false assumption and creates math that means nothing. And this thing that versus battlers do where there's like planetary level and star level, well, there are planets that would be harder to blow up than stars. And whether or not they're harder to blow up has nothing to do with their size, so bigger number does not always mean better. Not to mention power scalers usually just treat all stars as stars. The chemical makeup of red stars or yellow stars or orange stars or blue stars or green stars would be completely different. Like a white dwarf star would be infinitely more dense and harder to destroy than a red giant star, which is several hundred times its size. And would have to be destroyed in a completely different way because you're not gonna disrupt the fusion reaction in a white dwarf. So, yeah, that's why I say that power scalers are doing bad science. They act like their calculations mean something, but the only thing they're doing is bigger number is better, which isn't true even in fiction.